that win in El Salvador definitely would have been a big tick in Jordy Smith's books.
Really exciting as we just heard the horn sound. Great job to the crew behind the scenes. It is a big lift.
We see Marco. He's going to take one of those waves right now.
First wave here, switching back to main break here for the round of 16. Rookie M.Mignot representing France. Living in Sayulita, Mexico. Couple of carves. And a nice, clean, stylish finishing move. Getting there nice and early. Using a lot of the open face and then trimming left. And just runner-up in the final 2021. Starting with Marco's wave, Jesse.
Love this approach here from Marco. Beautiful carve to start this one off. He really accelerated through that turn. Comes back around and does it again. And then here's what I like the most. Just lays into that turn. Gets...
So he can avoid the rocks. Bigger wave for the big man. 6'3", just under 200 pounds. Jordy Smith lights up a clean, classic fading cutback. Out in front, lays the rail over. Mid-face bottom turn, and he's able to actually punch the end section this time. From where he was standing, being so sure-footed, he was able to actually connect with that white water to get a nice, clean finishing move.
You mentioned, Joe, we saw him do that a lot yesterday when it was a little bit bigger, so applying that same approach here. Jordy, though, big looking set wave, that's what we're talking about. Hard rail carves from Jordy Smith. Puts it on rail again. Love how he can attack the foam today and just bounce off that whitewash. Yesterday, it was too hard. There was too much water coming at it, but Jordy today showing that with that power, it can happen. But look at that first carve. So much water coming off of his surfboard here. Comes back around and does it again. He's just so good when you think about how much power you need to surf this wave. Comes and just attacks that finish section there for Jordy Smith. I really liked that wave. 3-turn combination from both of the surfers, but Jordy, to me, feels like he put a lot more power into it.
And almost a 3-point spread, I think it's totally validated, and Judge has got it bang on.
Little lift there with some backwash. M.Mignot stomps that takeoff, attacking that first section. Now driving and ends up ejecting on the end section, so he'll still be trying to find the flow that Jordy had on that big 783.
We just have to remember that that guy is so good at surfing and definitely the home for JS surfboards.
Jordy Smith locking into a big wall. Second wave, and he lays down a searing cutback. Perfect flow off the bottom. Drills it off the top again. Third maneuver, he attacks the section again. Doesn't have to go early. He's attacking on both finishes, and when claims come out this early, it's a big sign for Jordy that he is in his happy place, feeling the rhythm, how much he loves pro surfing, and he's just provided a healthy backup or a healthy score to go with the 783.
A number with an 8 in front of it at least. Look at this wall as it stands up in front of Jordy. He attacks a beautiful carving hook under the lip, straight up into another big layback hack, and then just gets caught on his toe side rail, but manages to get the final finishing turn. And as we see the water angle here, this will give you a real indication of the height of this wave and the intensity of these turns. Jordy just being able to hold that rail line just a little bit longer. And when we talk about power surfers, this guy is right up at the top of the list. Does so well to negotiate that final finishing turn. Love the slow-mo action here. That back arm just really angling through the turn there, brings it across the shoulders. That helps that momentum and speed, holds the power right in the center spot of the board, and then here throws the back arm down behind him, acts as a little sort of pivot point, cuts that turn short, and then right here he was just hanging on that inside rail trying to get up because he needed to get up there early. We know that there's consequences when you hit this final section late. It doesn't end well, but Jordy masterful in his attack on that wave.
Jordy Smith fired up, throwing the claims there for good reason.
That's really cool.
Jake's in a special place, having a great year as we watch this. Time for Marco to get involved in this one. Nice wall. Ends up missing that first section, and he's got to get out of there. He knows it. He doesn't need a 4 right now or a 3 So after a little misread on the opener, might as well step out. Thinking about this one with 5 minutes on the clock. Smith does commit. Big wall. Big section well overhead and lays it all over. And I am so happy he took that wave for us. One section, but you can just tell how much fun he's having.
Destroyed it. Watch the slow-mo replay. Jordy leans into this bottom turn. Eyes just fixated on the spot where he wants to start leaning into this carve. Gets on that heel side rail. Look at the angle of the board. It is dead set hanging on its side. And then he just powers through it. Levels out the board again. But that is power surfing personified right there.
Oh, it's just beautiful to watch. Anytime Jordy's up.
Al Cleland Jr. and Imai Kalani DeVault are now paddling into position. It will be a big heat for the rest of the season. Imai needs to not only win this heat against Al, needs to win the event to take Alejo Muniz